Oh,
Oh,
I can see you now.
hi. I can see myself at this. Oh, I've just come through. Thanks, Paul. See you later.
Oh, finally.
I don't know what's happened, but
I don't. Anyways, good
it's,
to see you.
yeah, at last. Good to see you too.
All right, so just make a start. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship with myself, Emmy Hikins.
And me, Trevor Gear,
Yeah, so
we're back.
yeah, we're back and we're cooking on gas.
You might be.
Well, let's say it's a slow burner today.
Yeah, all is well. All is
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Oh, so I seen that thing on what's that thing that I sent you? Anyway, there's this guy that does this donkey kind of like a donkey tourism thing. I think I'm getting it right. And I think he's been doing it for years. But all of a sudden he's changed the rules.
Yeah,
For he started weighing the children that go on the back of the donkey, for a ride.
right.
And so he started weighing them because obviously it thinks is animal cruelty or whatever. I don't think so. I didn't say that. He just I think it's just doing it for the welfare. I think that's the correct word.
Yeah,
Welfare
of the donkeys.
of the donkeys, which we are welcome on this show. So we love animals on this show. We do not solicit the harming of animals in any way. However, it's a talk show and we must talk about it. Having cleared that up, we must talk about it. Now,
Yeah,
here's the first thing that came to my mind, Trevor. So I read it and I thought, um, oh, there we go again, putting animals first before humans. And I say that with caution because I used to have a girlfriend called Kylie. When I used to live in Scotland, lived in Aberdeenshire, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and we used to live with we were both living with her mom and dad. Anyway, so her mom has two cats. Now, I did remember the name of the cats this morning, but I've forgotten it. But anyway, I think one of them was Gizmo. Gizmo was one of
yeah.
them. Anyway, one of them was fat, and the other one was not so fat. And one time, I don't know, I can't remember what we were discussing. And the father was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, and my girlfriend, and the mom, and she said to me, she said, Emmy, you see these cats? Um, they come first before my children. She has two daughters. And she said, they come first before my children. I'll feed them first before I feed my children. That's how much I love them. And obviously you don't want to upset your mother-in-law, to be well at the
No,
time, yeah. And I thought, hmm, I thought that was a bit extreme, Trevor. I thought you don't on any occasion put any animals before a human being.
especially
Um,
your children. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I've seen instances, Trevor, of people that hasn't said it, but I've seen it in action. So, where, they'd obviously, they'd, I know somebody that got a credit card just to get another sort of a breed of dog, just so one of her dogs isn't lonely. So she had to get a credit card. She took out a credit card to get another dog, which cost her, so both dogs cost her £4,000. So the other one cost her £2,000. And she had to take out a credit card. And I said, well, you've got one dog and a cat. Why do you need another dog? And her answer was, this this one that I've got it's a bit lonely, and
Yeah.
I don't want it to be lonely. So it's it's in her mind, it constituted cruelty because it felt like she said, I felt like I wasn't looking after the needs of my daughters. And I thought, I mean, Trevor, we know from experience that the last person that you want to offend is somebody that is very passionate about the about their
About
pets.
animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And I thought, oh, okay, At the time, I thought, what a load of rubbish. I didn't
You
say
didn't
it.
say that.
I
No,
did not say that, Trevor.
but you didn't.
How dare I? I would never say that. I dare not. And and so when I came across this news item, I thought, there we go again, another animal lover. We love animal lovers. I love animal lovers because the opposite of that is cruelty, isn't it? So we love animals, but how how much how um is it appropriate, Trevor, to put your pets ahead of your human family members? Is it normal?
Well, it seems unusual, doesn't it?
Hmm.
I can think actually of my sister
Right.
who died last year. Right? I think you may or may not remember the song I wrote for her funeral, which was "Still My Sister."
Yes, I
Um,
do remember that song.
yeah, and I borrowed the tune from another of my songs, which was on the final encore, which was "Still My
Right.
Baby."
Yeah.
So I like the melody for that, so I used that for "Still My Sister." And
Right.
in "Still My Sister," I mention Harry. Now, my sister Sue, she was married twice actually, but she'd been married for the second marriage 25 years, I think it
Right.
was. First one was very short, and then her second husband, he died had pancreatic cancer, the really bad one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Only lived for a few months. Anyway, he died 4 or 5 years ago. So she's been on her own. And in that time, just after the husband died,
Right.
her dog called Buck as well. Whether he had some said he had a broken heart, losing Sue's husband, Steve,
Yeah.
which can happen, I guess. Anyway, for a year or so, she wouldn't she didn't want to get another dog, even though the family said, come on, Sue, Buck was like her own little child, really.
Yeah.
But she said, but I can't go through that again, having lost him after losing her husband.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, he decided she persuaded to get a dog. And as I remember it, the first one she got, this has got to be 3 or 4 years ago, it lasted a few weeks, too much for her. I mean, she was very not too much in the sense she couldn't physically handle it, but it was just such an energetic, overexcited dog. I forget what it was. Anyway, so I went back. But again, she was subsequently persuaded to get another one. She got this little sausage dog called Harry. And as I think I say in Still My Sister, he was like a little boy. In fact, she used to say sometimes, oh, he's my little boy. I mean, she never had children, um, but she loved Harry, as they say, to the moon and back. And he was a dear little thing. He was very yappy when we went to see her.
Yeah.
Uh, but she loved that dog like a little child. But first of all, I really do understand why some people do treat their pets as offspring, particularly if they don't have children themselves, or if their children have grown up and flown the nest. I mean,